Time for Media Watch. Olivia's here with us in the studio, and as ever, unearthing different aspects about stories. A new angle on Muammar Gaddafi's death.
Yeah, I'm sure you remember it was about a year ago that we had this headline news: Muammar Gaddafi was killed by what we thought were Libyan opposition fighters. But there's a new conspiracy theory today, or is it a conspiracy theory, taken up by Rue 89 in the French press, but they actually take their lead from Corriere della Sera, the Italian daily, who published an article over the weekend alleging that it wasn't in fact a Libyan opposition fighter who killed Muammar Gaddafi, it was a French secret agent who came in, not the guy brandishing the gun that we saw in all the amateur footage in October of last year, but a French professional. Now, how did this French professional know where Gaddafi was? Because he was famously in hiding somewhere near Sirte, but no one knew where he was. Satellite phone data. Apparently he had access to satellite phone information of Gaddafi's phone. Where did he get this number from, this information from? Well, this is where Syria comes in. This is the headline. Did Syria betray Gaddafi in exchange for clemency from Paris? What they allege in the article is that Syria President Bashar al-Assad passed on the phone number to Paris in exchange for Paris taking off a little bit of the pressure that they were putting on Damascus about the escalating protests at the time. Now, if this sounds all a bit far-fetched, international leaders exchanging mobile phone numbers, a couple of other papers have looked into it as well. We've got the Daily Telegraph in Britain. They've investigated further. They've taken the same source, a Libyan intelligence official, Rami El Obeidi, but it's also been corroborated by Mahmoud Jibril, the leader of the National Transitional Council in Benghazi at the time, but he's still a Libyan politician. So there's confirmation from a couple of sources here, and the big question that comes up after this is, why would France be so keen to get Gaddafi out of the picture so quickly? Well, the Telegraph goes on to speculate a little bit and says this supposedly happened at the same time that the Gaddafi family said to France, okay, we gave you a lot of money for your campaign in 2007, we'd like it back now, because of course they were threatening to reveal things. And the Telegraph goes as far to say Sarkozy had every reason to want to get rid of the colonel as quickly as possible.
That is an intriguing series of revelations, Olivia.
There you go.
Isn't it? It's almost
well,
like
it
almost like
has
a
to
Bond
be
movie,
confirmed,
isn't
but
it
sounds pretty dramatic if it's true.
I mean, you could make a case for them all, couldn't you? But wow. Interesting stuff. Okay, from that one, let's go to the story about the row over women in a furniture catalogue.
It's not even a row over women, it's a row over the total absence of women.
No women.
No women, sadly. I'm sure you've received the IKEA catalogue in your postbox.
I've heard of this Swedish
furniture shop.
Swedish firm that makes
they send out their
flat pack
catalogue.
furniture. Yes, I've heard of it.
Every season you receive a new catalogue, and this year they sent them to every country in the world because they're present pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
And there are a few changes in the Swedish catalogue. Here you've got Sweden, and here you've got Saudi Arabia. They've airbrushed out all of the women in their catalogues. Now, it was first reported in the Swedish Metro paper, and then we've got Liberation taking up the story here. We've got the original with a lady there, and there we've got Saudi Arabia, no lady.
No lady.
You've got people here, and then just men. You've got a lady making a bed, and then you've just got a bed making itself, apparently.
Oh. So you wouldn't put a man in making a bed, because that'd be demeaning for a Saudi Arabian man.
I don't know. But anyway, there was quite a scandal when this came out. A Swedish minister said this is just totally medieval.
How on earth have they justified it, Olivia?
Well, IKEA feel a bit red-faced now. They've issued an excuse saying, actually, this is in conflict with our values as a group, so we are probably going to rectify this quite soon.
Yeah, they can't reinsert the women, can they? Maybe reissue the catalogues. Next then, the Iranian news agency, falling for a practical joke, believing that most Americans would prefer Mahmoud Ahmadinejad as their president.
Yeah, well, just quickly, The Onion, satirical website, I'm sure you've heard of it, published an article saying that rural whites prefer Ahmadinejad to Obama. 77% of Americans would prefer Ahmadinejad for their president. Fars news agency, the Iranian agency, took up this story and reprinted it word for word, by mistake, thinking it was real. Then today they've had to issue an apology saying, sorry, we messed up. However, they add, quite sourly, it's a reluctant apology. If this Gallup poll was done today, we think it would still be true and most American people would vote for Ahmadinejad.
Olivia,
I'm not sure.
Olivia, thank you very, very much indeed. Great to see you. Olivia Salazar-Winspear with Media Watch. Stay with us, short break after that. We're back with more. This is Live in Paris on France 24.